Hey, fellow human, you don't need to be told what a dysfunctional family is. You don't need to run a test or have someone tell you how you were treated for the first 2 decades of your life, your childhood, your teenagehood, etc. It's a feeling in your body that I'm asking you to trust. Okay? A lot of people think, I might be suffering with this syndrome or maybe that. No, you don't need to actually even know what your mother or father suffered with. Sometimes it's very obvious, like addiction or some clear mental health issue. But when it comes to you and your life, you can trust your feeling. You know whether you've been unseen or whether someone had it in them to see you, right? Whether you were important. Not being important, not being seen, is for children one of the most painful things. And you try to work out, was my family dysfunctional or functional? Like, what is it? Like, people feel a lot of guilt, and obviously we don't want to talk bad about our parents. People keep on saying, oh, it's your mother, oh, it's your father, they did their best, right? And you know the truth. You don't need to be told whether someone did their best or not, right? I want you to trust this feeling, because that feeling is your nervous system, it's the wisdom of the nervous system. Because on that feeling, on the knowing what you hated, you can then build your own family and your own sense of self. Because knowing what to avoid in life, it's half of the success. When you have children, you will know how not to speak to them. You will know how you felt when you were being ignored, shamed for expressing yourself. So it's really important. And you don't need anyone to tell you anything, because your nervous system is telling you everything you need to know. Right? That's your wisdom. That's your subconscious mind. So trust your nervous system. Trust it, because your body is the only thing you can trust, and it will never lie to you, right? And it's been doing an amazing job for you, because you're here, you're watching this, you're alive, so it has kept you alive. So whatever has happened, it didn't destroy you. That's the most important thing. So there we go. We have the trust. And when it comes to your mind, your mental health, I want you to know this, based on working with a lot of people and myself including, right? Your nervous system will never give you more than you can handle. So if the depression comes up, if the anxiety comes up, that means your nervous system is asking you to process it, to start paying attention to yourself, right? It never happens in crisis. Have you noticed how you behave where things are really shaky? You get on with things, right? You do it, right? You do it and you forget about it the next day. While when depression starts getting a grip on you, or your anxiety, and it paralyzes you, and the fear is like ringing in your bones, literally, and the sort of despair and the self-loathing or whatever you experience in depression is that sort of sense of grief, again, in your bones, that means life itself is calling you. And let me tell you this, people who don't suffer with any mental health issues, they usually have no ability to feel anything. So yeah, they're psychopaths. Because feeling is the most human thing. Ability to feel something. This is what makes you human. And I know that you may hate it. Like, you keep on thinking, oh, if it wasn't for my depression, or if it wasn't for my anxiety, or if it wasn't for the chaos in my mind, or if it wasn't for this or that, you think of it as something that stops you, and it obviously is very debilitating, but that's your body calling you to start raising up and start getting really serious about yourself, and stop neglecting yourself. Stop ignoring yourself just the way you've been ignored in your childhood, right? Mental health issues, any issues, like it's an extension of your experience, and it's an extension of your nervous system, right? But I want you to know this. Remember that. If you remember anything from this video, make it a new mantra, right? Try and change perspective on your mental health. Because if it happens to you, that means you're capable of doing it. If you have this thought, okay, right, my mind is giving me a hard time, it's time for me to understand what is the meaning of it, why, where was I betrayed? It's usually the case in dysfunctional families. You've been betrayed so many times, and you've been unseen so many times, and you've been misbelieved so many times, and you didn't have permission. I just want you to see the, I don't know, no, you can't see it. You were not given permission to express yourself and be yourself. So yeah, treat it as something good. Yeah, have this attitude of, if it happened to me, I can do it. Because of course you can. Of course. Never give up on yourself. See you later.